introduction here. Today we would like to get to know you a bit better. So we'll start with your name, your stream title, and what you tend to stream on your channel.
Okay, so my name is Karsa Neon K, KKWXTTV, or you can just call me Karsa or Neon K. There are two channels that have been merged together, my tarot stream and my gaming stream together. So what do I stream? I stream some tarot and a lot of games, and I particularly a lot of other things. I have for every day there is a special event. Like I am a GM for Trust Issues, aka a Godbound game. And it's my homebrew. It's actually not only my homebrew, it's my home universe that I use for Karsa. So 11 a.m. On Wednesday, we have NRT together. On Friday, we have, Friday tends to be tarot. It used to be something else, but now it's tarot. And comfy streams. So if I'm not doing any tarot, or if nobody's wanting any tarot, then I'll just put down like, I don't know, Stardew Valley or something that doesn't require me to think much. Farming Simulator for one.
I was going to say.
Yeah, because I love that game. On Saturday, it's also tarot and spiritual, which is comfy stream as well. And then on Sunday is my fun day. It's the day that I put out there for special events or for games that people have asked me to play. So that is my stream and channel. I like sci-fi, strategy, farming, survival, comfy, and Minecraft, of course.
Oh, of course. So, what was the original starting point for gaming for you?
Actually, it was WoW. WoW was it was World of Warcraft. It was the first real video game that I ever played consistently. And then it got to the point where it's also how I met my husband while we were doing a long distance relationship. The first other real video game I played was Oregon Trail, and that was because my mother had it on her computer for her students, and I was able to play it. The majority of the time that I've been doing gaming has been about tabletop and board games and things like that, and that I've done, I don't know, since I was born practically. But because WoW got so expensive, that's why I started getting into finding other games that my daughter and my husband could play with me.
So, right, so that covers how you got into gaming. So, what does the streaming and gaming in general mean to you?
Now, see, this is the interesting thing. I don't game just to game. I game for a reason. I game not only to get the word out about lymphedema and peripheral neuropathy, which a lot of doctors still do not know about today. They maybe spend 15 minutes learning about the lymphatic system and they don't know how to treat us. And I have gone through hell in a handbasket, so I don't want other people to have that. And that is really the reason why I stream. The other reason has come recently where I do tarot, and that is because it's a calling of mine. Called to help others were thinking about but didn't know what to do, and then they got confirmation, and then, they take it. I also don't like to be trapped at home with being disabled. It's difficult. So, and I've always been a person who's loved to work, and without working, being disabled, and I feel a sense of accomplishment every time I stream, because I feel like I'm not only getting the word out there, I'm making fantastic friends, and I'm getting to have fun as well as make that sense of accomplishment.
Oh, that's what it's all about, isn't
Yeah. It's not so much about the money, I'll tell you that much. I don't make much.
it? Yeah.
If I actually could have a job, I would, but I don't, so this is the
I
best
mean,
thing I can
I'm
do.
I make that joke because you get people saying, "Oh, the only thing streamers are interested in is money," and it's there are people like that, but then there's also probably more that just do it because they enjoy it, or like with you, you use it as a platform to get that message out,
Hmm.
which I can totally uh second that because like when you look up lymphedema online, it's one of those things where they're just like, yeah, it's a problem and there's a couple of medical things and that's it. And you're like, yeah, but see, if I look up something like, say, cancer, I could find a million websites going into nauseating detail about it.
And that's what's
For
funny about it.
lymphedema, basically nothing.
Lymphedema is actually 40%. You have a 40% chance of getting lymphedema with cancer. So, and
Yeah,
yet people don't
and
even know
yet
what it
it's
is.
yeah, it's a condition which affects a lot of people, and yet it's practically invisible as conditions go. You know, you would think we were in the dark ages there.
And it's rough. It's actually caused me, even this week, it's caused me a lot of grief to the fact I had cellulitis, and cellulitis can put me in the hospital and could kill me. So, yeah, it's not a good thing, and that people need to know about it. So,
Oh yeah. Well, let's have some emotional whiplash here, and go on to our next question. With obviously with NRT being about gaming on a budget, some of us can't afford to spend a lot on games and resort to using services like Game Pass or Epic with their free games program and such. So what is your favorite free game?
to be honest with you, my free game is not even a game, it's a program called Vroid. It is what made this character that you see here, and it's given me that chance to get my face out there without having to show my face. My husband didn't want me to show my face.
So, well, I mean, we covered your goals, which is to get that word out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, with NRT, how exactly do you choose? What's your criteria for picking games for the group when it's your turn?
Well, it's not often the best way of picking games. It's more like, what do I think is cool? What looks cool? What do I think people may want to know more about? Is it a genre that I like to play? Is it a genre maybe I don't like to play or don't know what it's about, and I want to find out what it's about? So, really, it's kind of a mixed show off games, is because one, I've never played quite a few games. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was more of a top tabletop and board game person in my childhood because having a computer was expensive. And even having a console, I've never had one. That's why I use the PC. So, I'm kind of new to even some of the old games.
Yeah,
um,
like fun fact, I get her to play Doom, and she says, "Why does it look so bad?" Ignoring that it's from 1993.
so because of that, um, it kind of is, that's why it's a mixed bag. It's because I really don't
Yeah.
know everything out there. I am not like your normal streamer who is out there and knows all the things that they know about games. Even though I don't know how to play that game and enjoy it. And I'm one of those people who stream for a reason, and that reason, is to get out lymphedema. However, I love playing games with my friends, and I've made so many friends, so that's why I do it. And that's
I think I think we've definitely covered the next question about the physical and
Yeah.
mentalities. Yeah, I think we've covered that.
Well, I mean,
So,
I could tell them a little bit more. I mean, I do have arthritis, and peripheral neuropathy, which causes me to not be able to play games for a long time, especially if they're shooters. And I'm using my
yeah,
using my WASD keys. I had to be really careful with that, and also with lymphedema, I can't sit for long times, so I used to be able to play MMOs, but they're really, really hard to play unless you can stop in the middle of them. So,
yeah, and then you've got your biggest issue.
oh, yeah. So besides my physical disability of peripheral neuropathy and lymphedema, there's arthritis, and then there's the fact I am left-handed. So I'm your epitome of a person who is challenged with their physical abilities and can still play a game and wants people to learn how to play a game. And that's the reason why I created NRT, is so everybody could play a game, not just those people who are out there and have a lot of money and want to buy the next $60 game. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely a thing when you look at a lot of the bigger name review shows, they often don't actually think about like what are the accessibility features of this game. They only just want to talk about the graphics or the sound. I mean, I'm reminded of the Doom 2016 stuff where they made the jokes about having journalist as a difficulty in there, but no journalist ever spoke about, if you have never played a shooter, how are you liable to fare with this as your first shooter?
right.
That's something that, like, I mean, that's literally the reason why I had gone into getting you to play Doom.
Yeah, if you come to my stream because you want to see somebody doing a great job at playing a game, you've come to the wrong stream.
Yeah,
If you
I
come
I
here
make
for
that point
fun,
as well.
if you come here for fun and shenanigans and for just, even the silliest things going wrong, then you're in the right place.
Yeah, I make that point as well. I don't really, I don't watch streams to see someone that's absolutely amazing at a video game. I watch streams of people having fun. I would rather see someone mess up and have a good time rather than someone who's incredibly boring because they're the best speedrunner of the game or whatever. Although some speedrunners can be quite fun to watch.
True, true.
Yeah.
So,
So, so what's your favorite streaming story?
actually, it's kind of
I mean,
funny. The most favorite streaming story I have is the one where I had my husband go check the door.
was that when you did the Halloween stream?
Yeah.
And you were constant. She has a sound alert, which is a very realistic knocking on a door, and
Yeah.
that was being spammed almost constantly throughout
And it
that
was
entire
like,
stream.
he says to me, go check the door yourself next time.
That's great.
So that's actually my favorite fun story, I guess. It's kind of embarrassing. Not really. I'm not really that much of a person to be embarrassed by anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, will we skip the next one about your funny gaming
No,
story
the,
or
the
most
funny
embarrassing
gaming story
because of
is Tenable paying to get me put in a hole.
Oh.
When I always fall in holes anyway.
I was wondering when your proclivity for falling in holes might come up.
Oh yeah, it has to. Because that's like become, ever since I started streaming, actually, ever since I started really gaming, period, I've fallen in every single hole in every single game, either because it's a glitch or because I have no proof. I have proof. I have proof. It was either a glitch or it's actually a hole that somebody has made to have me trolled, or I have just fallen in because it was a hole that I didn't see. Because I'm oblivious to holes sometimes, I believe.
Yeah, I'm immediately reminded of a clip that you have where you're playing Minecraft, and I think you're talking to Magica about something. I think it's Magica that's in the game with you. You look at the person, and they turn and look at you, and then glance down and dig out the block under you.
That was Fire
And
who
you
did that.
You just stand there. Oh, was that Fire? Yeah.
You may try flying.
Actually, I have actually figured a way that I can put her character in a hole in the Godbound game.
Yep.
And she can't stop me.
I can't
My
stop
character's too
you.
fast. She can't stop me. I can literally teleport. She can't stop me.
So.
Right. So yeah. If you
So it's
could,
became actually a meme, is what it's become.
It really has. It really has become a meme. There is even an emote.
Yep, there is an emote. If you could hit it right now and see the emote. It was made by Hellfather, who actually made that for me. Well, actually for Bales, and Bales gave it to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So, the last thing would be to go over your stream schedule real quick.
Okay, so
To
again,
remind people.
yeah, so Monday at 11 a.m., we do Godbound Trust Issues, which is actually based upon my own universe of Karsa. So it is a homebrew and it's pretty cool. On Wednesday, we do NRT, Nexus Roundtable, and we play games and then we review them. On Friday, I do tarot as recently, tarot, and then comfy games when I'm not doing tarot, and that is at 10 a.m. On Saturday, it is the same thing as what I do on Friday, and that's at 10 a.m. And then at 10 a.m. also on Sunday is Fun Day, and that is when I'm taking care of all those games you guys have been either picking for me to play, or are comfy games, or are just in general fun games, or because I need to play for NRT. So that's it. That's my schedule. And my channel is Karsa _ Neon K _ KKWXTTV. The KKWX is my empire. My name is Karsa Neon K. So, that's it.
Excellent.
Thanks for doing this for me.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Does it sound like that is not the first time somebody has said it sounds like a radio channel, but I kind of play it off like that. Tune in next time to KKWXTTV. You know what? Maybe I should do that.